Welcome to another Nucida training session to get more familiar with Xray. Now, in terms of executing this test, all we need to do is a simple process of importing the test to a test execution issue type and try running the same. Let's continue further and import a test or the test with the parameters in our execution issue type. So, let's create a quick execution file here or execution issue type and just call it as another ad hoc test. Now, here we just created it and we'll be having an ID associated with that, and we'll just quickly open this. Our test ID is MFP21, and we'll try to bring this test into this execution, which is MFP22. Let's click on the view issue here, which is going to open that into a full screen view, and we will be importing or calling the test to this execution. Just give it a moment, and as soon as it gets loaded, we'll be calling out our test to this execution, and then we'll be running this execution with the parameters. Okay, so now we are here. Just click on Add Test Existing Test, and all we need to do is invite our latest test which we just created, that is MFP21, and click on Add Selected. If you wish, you can add another test also to just compare that a test without the parameters and test with the parameters can be, differently seen. The first important difference you would see here is that this test is having a declaration that there is a data set supporting this test, right? Whereas all the tests will not have anything as an information here, because data sets are only applicable when you have a parameter defined in your steps. Let's click on Run this item and let's see what kind of interface we get when it comes to execution of a test, kind of running it in kind of different set of data. So, generally, we have discussed in our previous tutorials how to run a simple test. But this time you're running with multiple iterations, as you can see. So, in our data set we created several iterations, and you could automatically see that. I tried importing the test only once, but still the test has been created with multiple iterations. Now, this is where it gets justified. If you want to run a single set of instructions with multiple set of data, you can run this just by using parameter addition. You don't have to rewrite your test 6 different times to run with 6 different set of data. All you need to do is define the parameters, apply the values, and then go ahead and run them. If you also want to verify the values which are visible directly here from the parameters, again, you can just step up or like to expand those steps here, and you can see what the values are being passed on. We have defined these Xray parameters just to give it a try ourselves in our previous tutorial. So, it is coming with another input like fly from city and the color. Just to show you that how to permit permutation and combinations can work together, and automatic combinations of different set of data can be populated, right? So here we are getting some Xray information as well. We should have restricted our parameters to this test only to 3 inputs, that is username, password, and result. Now, if you look at our test cases here, it says enter the username as hello, enter the password as admin, click on the login button now. Here the expected result is the login is valid. Similarly, if I try with something invalid here for the second iteration, I'm trying with hello 1, admin 1, and the result is invalid. If I do the iteration 3, you will realize that. Again, I'm trying with hell admin at the rate 1 and the login is invalid, 2. So, all your iterations will be exactly following the number of iterations you would have defined there. Number of combination of data you would have defined there will be automatically identified here and visible to you. This is how a parameterized test can be very well organized and created. Rest all pretty much remains the same. The process of running a test, capturing the evidence, creating a comment, or raising a defect right from here, even updating the status of the test you can write. Do just the same as normal execution in the Xray, and there is no difference. The most important thing, which is different here, is instead of writing your test manually 6 times, you just write once. Instead of hard coding the values, you are going to establish the test parameters. Even in turn, the parameters will have the set of values which you want, and as you import the test, the number of iterations will automatically be created for you. And you can just run them at a time. You could make it that simple. Now, we know about the best features of Xray being used in our day-to-day world, right? Happy testing and see you next time.